ASP Hurricane Metal Roof. This is the last roof that you'll ever need. Call us now for a free estimate.
And let our family protect yours.
1-800-TELL-ROBERT, your accident experts.
Tell us about your accident and get the representation you need.
We'll fight to get the compensation you deserve. Call Fenster Shad Law Group, your accident experts at 1-800-TELL-ROBERT. Non-lawyer spokesperson, Hellendale Beach.
It's time to kick off another school year and make Today in Florida part of your morning routine.
Now at 10.
The start of the school year came with some major delays across Broward County, and a new safety feature is to blame.
A steamy summer day with heat alerts expected across all of South Florida. Details coming up in my full forecast.
On just one station, we're seeing the moment officers respond to a killer confrontation inside a South Florida gas station. Thieves hitting a South Florida business, leaving with whatever they could get their hands on. It's a story you saw first on 7.
She got a traffic violation. Under race was the letter N.
Bothers me because the N-word. I don't use the N-word, never in my life.
What's going on? It may surprise you. See it and help me how.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Alex DiArtemis.
And I'm Tavares Jones. Today in Florida at 10 starts now.
This is 7 News Today in Florida.
Here's a view of Miami on this Tuesday morning, the first day of school for some of you. Those who attend Catholic schools, for instance, across South Florida, it's another big day.
Yeah, meanwhile, Broward County is still powering through on day number 2. Let's get you a check of that back-to-school forecast. Meteorologist Erica Delgado in the Plex for us with a first look. Hey, Erica, good morning.
All right, South Florida, well, another steamy day for us here. Heat advisory in place for all of the regions starting this hour. It'll run through 6 p.m. Feels like temperatures could reach as high as 109. And as we work our way through the Florida Keys, it'll run an extra hour till 7 o'clock this evening. Feels like temperatures for most of us are already sitting in the triple digits. Currently, our air temperature is sitting at 93 in Big Pine, 92 in Cudjoe, upper 80s from Key West all the way through the Middle Keys, and 89 degrees right now in Key Largo. We work our way into Miami-Dade and Broward County, and we're rain-cooled across Fort Lauderdale as we do have some showers in the area. 82 there, 84 degrees in Hollywood, but already a steamy 88 degrees in Pompano Beach. 88 right now in Hialeah, Miami, all the way through Kendall, and already a steamy 90 degrees in the Homestead area. Feels like temperatures in the triple digits, as high as 106 from Marathon into Key West. 103 is what it feels like in Miami, and of course Fort Lauderdale, you remain rain-cooled with some showers nearby. There are some downpours across southern portions of Miami-Dade, but right now the biggest batch near Dania Beach, Hollywood, and Fort Lauderdale Beach, and you can see all of them are moving from east to west and slowly beginning to fizzle some. So as we work our way through the day, we are expecting just a few isolated to spotty showers. Most of the shower and thunderstorm activity this afternoon will be just west of our metro, but some of them could leak some of our western suburbs of Miami-Dade and Broward County middle to late afternoon. So keep that rain gear handy just in case. Otherwise, below average rain chances continue with steamy conditions all afternoon. A closer look at your forecast is coming up in a few minutes.
Now at 10, students dealing with another day of delays caused by metal detectors outside Broward County schools. The device is meant to keep students safe, but they're causing a few headaches right now in the process.
That's right. 7's Alex Browning live this morning in Fort Lauderdale. What's being done to fix the frustration? Alex, good morning.
Good morning, guys. I can tell you guys progress being made slowly with this new metal detector policy. We spoke to students here at Stranahan that said they waited almost an hour and a half here yesterday just to get onto campus. Well, the school district reacting, adding additional metal detectors, additional entrances, and things appear to be moving more smoothly.
Yesterday, it was just chaotic.
Hella packed. Like, everybody was frustrated.
They need to have more people up there.
Lines are massive.
And we had to stand out there till like 8:30.
A girl looked like she was about to pass out It was stuck in the hot sun.
We had some unanticipated delays when you have all of your students back on campus.
Day 2 of school underway and the lines forming once again outside of Broward High School.
It's still long, but it's not as long like as other schools.
I don't want to be here because we just standing outside because yesterday it was hot. It was blazing.
We want to definitely apologize to our public because we know this is a stressful time. It's a new routine for students.
Students enter those 38 campuses through those detectors and at a single entry point, which slows things down.
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there. Behind his seat, and he's coming. This is a make-or-break season. He's got to make an impact. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Brandon Mason Show. We have a lot going on right now. It's Tuesday. It's August 13th. We're moving through our summer. And today we have a lot to talk about. Obviously, if you just pulled up and looked at the intro here, we have, obviously, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. We got a lot to dive into. And I think it's important to go over a lot of things that have been transpiring. But if you're here right now, you're watching with us, getting ready to get into this live broadcast, make sure you hit that like button right now. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and make sure you leave a message. And if you haven't done so yet, in the live stream, drop USA chants in there right now. USA. Put it in the chat and hit that like button. Get ready to go for today's show because we're diving into it. And like I said, no hard feelings. Look, everyone that's in here right now, we got the poll in the chat. Trump, on there. Kamala Harris, who do you got that's going to win the presidential election? And look, it's all love. It's unbiased. We give you straight truth, facts. And look, I'm not trying to persuade anybody. I just want to tell you what we think and what we're seeing. But welcome back to the show, everybody. We're time to get into it. And as you know, if you're just new to our channel, we do sports and entertainment every single day. Mostly sports, but hey, something happens. We got the presidential, debates coming up. We got the election. Then we have even things like the Olympics, which is sports, but it comes into a global event. A lot of things going on. We bring it right here live for you guys to watch and hang out and get it done first. So let's get into it right now. Let's dive into it. And I got my coffee right here. Make sure I got it right. Need that in the mornings. If you don't have your coffee in the mornings, sometimes it gets rough. Back in high school, younger than that, didn't need it. After college started, I said, really need to get my coffee flowing. So guys, welcome back to the show, Mason Mobsters. Let's go into this. Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, update. What's going on? What do the polls look like? What's actually happening? And are people flipping to Donald Trump? Is that happening right now? Obviously, these two are going to be, it's going to be like a war. It's going to be a war in office. Everybody knows that. These two people debating on a stage is going to be a problem for a lot of reasons, right? Obviously, Kamala Harris going to come at the throat of Donald Trump as if, he's against girls or not with women, all that kind of thing. Obviously, Democrat on that side, you got Republican Donald Trump, who's been there before in the office and had a lot of success, a lot of people would say. And then a lot of people would say, now that Joe Biden got in, some things are changing. Kamala Harris wants to take over. So what I want to say right now is where we are heading, where we are currently, and what people actually think in the chat right now. No hard feelings. Put Trump in the chat. Put Harris. Put who you got. And I'm not throwing shade anybody in there right now. Not throw shade. Just put who you're voting for and show love. And there's a lot of things we're going to talk about in the chat. You can put why. Do not hold back. Do not let people feel as if you're not intelligent. So just let them know what it is. Here's why I'm picking my president, and this is what I believe in. And we're going to bring it to you right now and explain a lot of conversation on today's show about the polls and what is moving forward. Now, here's the thing. Why celebrities are moving toward Donald Trump. Why are they flipping toward Donald Trump? I was up late last night grabbing some images and some information, doing my research, and I'm like, look, the celebrities now, a lot of people that were on there before are starting to say, either they're not voting or they're going to Donald Trump and going, we're flipping the script. A lot of people are doing that. I'm letting you know right now, and this is unbiased. This is the truth. This is what's happening. Some of them before that voted for Biden in the past, right? Now Biden is obviously stepping down. They voted for Biden in the past. They're like, I'm not voting anymore. If you're not voting anymore, but you voted for Biden, what does that mean? You don't gotta be a rocket science to understand. Hey, you voted for Biden, and now you said I'm not voting anymore. There's a reason behind that, right? So here's my question. You look at some of these celebrities, some of them have been there. Mike Tyson is now obviously out there endorsing Trump, letting it be known, saying, I'm voting for Trump. That's what I'm doing. A lot of people are saying Mike Tyson for Trump. And the reason why I'm doing this and why I'm letting you know some of these celebrities, and this is important for a lot of reasons right now, just so you know, if you're in the live stream right now and you're voting this year, hit that like button right now. I don't care if you're voting for Trump. I don't care if you're voting for Harris. In that live stream right now, hit that thumbs up button right now if you're voting this year. And if you're not voting, in the chat, put I'm not voting, because I want to know why. Okay, if you're watching this right now, again, hit that like button if you're voting. And if you're not, in the chat, put I'm not voting. I want to know why. Now, why are these celebrities switching to Trump? So you just saw right there, we got Mike Tyson, who's out there endorsing Donald Trump. He goes, I'm going to go with who I believe is going to make it happen for our country, who believes in our country, and he's going in on why he's going to do that. And then as I go through the Rolodex of people, and I'm talking all different shapes and sizes and colors and races, if you want to put it that way, if you want. Obviously, we have people, like obviously Joe Rogan, Dana White, like these guys now are like, hey, we gotta stand up even more here. We gotta make some things happen. We gotta chase our dreams for the U.S. And then you have people like Jada Pinkett Smith, who's out there saying she's voting for Trump, right? And some people love her, hate her, XYZ, doesn't really matter, going. And then we have more people. Kanye West was on the Trump train for a long time. He had his words that he wanted to get out there and say, some pro, some con, but a lot of times had a pretty good relationship, right? Donald Trump wanted to vote for him. Then you got, now look, before I even go into more people, I'm going to come back to the screen for a second, because what I want to tell you is all these celebrities, they have a lot of pull in a lot of ways. They have a lot of contacts in a lot of ways, and they have a lot of people and experiences, and they can get right to certain places you can't get to. So I'm going to tell you this. They know a lot more than some other people do. I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about they just understand more what's going to happen because they have the grapevine. They know who they're talking to. They understand a lot more than some people do. They have the opportunity to do that. Now, so all these celebrities, right? Now you have Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. He voted for Biden, and he was all about it before. And I love The Rock. Love what he does. Great guy, great actor. Had so many entertainment opportunities for our country, for our world, actually. And he's like, and look, quote unquote, allegedly says, because nobody's trying to get sued here, I am no longer voting. Why? You were voting for Biden. Now you said, I'm not voting anymore. Why are you not voting anymore is the question you have to ask him. Is there something wrong with, you voted for Biden, now you're not anymore? I would imagine because you're seeing what's going on with the world, right? And I'm just trying to be to the point, to the facts for you guys in life. If you guys are in here right now, let's get that USA chant go again. Everybody put USA. Get the flag in the chat. Let everybody know USA right now is a big time part of our life here, I should say, for everybody in the chat right now. Drop that. But more celebrities, and I got a list of them going on right now. Why The Rock switched the script and said he's doing it, I'm sure there's reasons. Then we got a guy like Hulk Hogan, right? The Hulkster is out there at the rallies like, we got to make things happen here. We have to get Trump back in office. I'm giving you all these celebrities for a reason. I'm going to get to that in a second. Then you got guys like Kid Rock, right? All these celebrities are starting to really stand up and rally and let people know we got to do X, Y, Z. Now, remember, I'm showing you, the reason why I'm showing you this, I'm showing you different races. I'm showing you different backgrounds. I'm showing you different genres, if you want to say different industries. There's probably a better term, right? And then you can even go to 50 Cent. Right? You're talking a guy who's in music, a guy who's in hip hop, another industry, a guy that you would probably say, oh, he's going to vote Democrat for reasons that people would say because of race or XYZ. Nope. Voting for Trump, right? And then, hold on a second. This is where the piece of the pie gets really interesting, right? You got these big name guys, and look, I love guys like Mark Cuban for a long time, for business-wise, owning an NBA basketball team with the Mavericks, developing, broadcast.com, whatever it was a long time ago, became a billionaire. The guy's a superstar. Love what he does. And then he was talking about Biden and all that. And I said, okay, there's something wrong. And I'm going to go into it in a second why people vote based off financial in a second. Then you got Elon Musk, who's endorsing Donald Trump. Now, Elon Musk, obviously, shit ton of money, and a lot of things going on. Why is he out there really letting people know to vote for Trump? And this guy has the ability to go to the moon. So at the end of the day, these are certain people that I think we should be talking about. And I think this is kind of important. And at the end of the day, a lot of celebrities that are in conversation. You have your other celebrities in music and stuff that get out there. And this is what I want to break down for a second. Why I think this is important. You always see these rallies all of a sudden toward the end, and then you have even like Hillary Clinton, not knocking Hillary Clinton, not knocking anybody. I'm just saying they have these rallies all of a sudden. You got like all these celebrities, Jay-Z and Beyonce out there, and Beyonce has amazing music, amazing, fans and all that. And they're like, oh man, yeah, Joe Biden, yeah, Hillary Clinton, they love Beyonce. Listen, let me break this down for you for a second. They do not give a damn about any of these artists because there's just, and I'm not even saying Trump does. There's really no reason to care, right? And you go to race, and a lot of people will say, oh, well, they support the black culture. They support the Spanish culture. Do you think for a second, and I'm going to break this down for you to understand, do you think that Biden or Hillary Clinton or Kamala Harris or even Donald Trump, for that matter, really gives a shit about the race of who's what at the moment? Like, they want to get into the office, they want to win the election, and they want to do what they want to do for their policies. Now, if they have a black person become in office, or they hire someone who's a transvestite, or they hire someone who's another race just to say, hey, I hired you because you're this. Listen, that's just not like, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hire the most qualified person for the position so the U.S. can be successful. That's like, for instance, I'll give you an example. You play for an NFL football team, and you say, hey, we have an all-white team and an all-black team. I'm going to hire this guy because he's this. Well, that guy's not as good as that guy, so now you're going to get beat. In the Olympics, they don't say, hey, for the basketball team, we're going to hire this guy. No, they got LeBron in for a reason, right? And then they have Booker, and they have, other play. I'm giving you examples. So make sure you have guys like Yao Ming that were playing basketball. You didn't hire Yao Ming on the Rockets or somebody because he was just an Asian guy. You hired him because he was like 10 foot whatever and on the court and he can ball out. Like, you hire people based upon how great they can be and how successful they can help your country become. Like, that's what I would do. That's my opinion. If you agree with that statement, in the chat, put a Y right now or put an N if you don't agree. But here's what I'm saying. If I have an opportunity to hire people, I'm gonna close my eyes. If it's music, I'm gonna close my eyes and be like, I like what I'm hearing right there. I like what I'm hearing right there. I want that guy. I don't care what race he was. I don't care if he's blind. I don't care if he's tall, fat, skinny. I got my eyes closed. This man could play music. You're hired. That's called hiring the best possible person available, right? If you agree with that, again, put a Y in the chat right now, put an N if you don't. That's what I'm doing. If I'm in office, I'm picking the best person qualified. If you're black and you're great, sign right here, you're in. If you're white and you're great, sign right here, you're in. And so great that I'm black and white. That makes my life easy because I can say the truth of the matter and people really can't say shit. And if they do, then there's something wrong with them because I have an excellent dad, excellent mom, biracial parents, and it's great for me because I don't have any issues. I love both sides of my family, and whether or not they did back in the day or whether anybody else did back in the day, for me, it doesn't bother me because I know how I feel at heart, and I'm going for the best possible candidate. That's why I'm unbiased as fuck. That's why I can get on here and tell you the truth about what I believe because I want our country to do great. Now, moving on to another piece of the pie right now. Donald Trump is focused on our military. Now, is this important in the chat? Yes or no? Drop the flags in the chat. Put USA in chat again if you think this is important, right? Donald Trump is focused on our military. Now, and I apologize, I should have put military in all caps, for God's sakes, because that is exactly what is making our life great, right? And you know what? Just for the sake of the matter, because I'm on the live stream and I own the goddamn show, I guess I could just do it right now. Like, what's the point of even waiting, right? So let me do this for a second. I'm going to go in here while you guys are on here live so you guys can see I'm making it be known here. I'm going to make that shit be all caps just so you guys can see. Bang. Look at that right there. In seconds. Our military just got capitalized. Why is that important? Why do you think this shit is important? Donald Trump is focused on our military, the U.S. Now, I love all the countries around the world. I hope everybody can get along. Out in the Olympics, we'll go to in a second. All of a sudden, people are all great. Life was all good, in the Olympics for the most part. And people are all crazy before that. And then all of a sudden people are like, oh, that's race, that's right. If you're talking shit on a computer and you're messing with our military and you're tapping in our services and our AT&T, my phone wasn't working, and also we show up at the Olympics, we're like, I got a problem with you. Right now, I'm not knocking anybody because I don't even know what the hell happened, I'll be honest. I'm not into the tech AT&T status or phone status. I'm in the tech world, but that's not my realm, so I'm not going to talk shit I don't know. But Donald Trump is focused on our military, and there it is. Why is this important? Why is it so important that he's so with our military? I can tell you right now, first and foremost, they make us safe in our country. They're the reason why we can go to sleep at night and think about all these things that we have, which I'm going to go into in a second, where we have all kinds of planes and tanks and all these freaking reserves and people that can get out there and get shit done for us. In the live stream right now, you guys got some messages. I'm going to pull them up on the screen here in a second. So you guys better stay right here with me for a second. I got some other pictures too that I want to show you guys, and I believe it's right here. Well, let me see. Okay, we got Elon Musk right here. We're going to talk about here in a second. But first and foremost, before I do that, Kamala Harris, is she focused on the military? Is she focused on the military? Does she love our military? I want to know what you guys think. Does she love our military? Does Trump love our military? In the chat, you can let us know. And here's the other thing too. People literally, during the whole defund the police situation, I understand a lot of people would say this, and I want you to hear this clear too. I want you to understand something. I really believe that the people of minorities and of color, if you want to say, of black, and other people that felt like they were treated unfairly or poorly, right? There are some people that were treated bad. And let me tell you something, that was true. There was some racism. Let's not deny that. There was a lot of racism in a lot of places. Nowhere's near what the world creates it to be, right? Like not every cop you see is a racist. Now, growing up in an area where you would believe that or lead to, be led to believe that, you probably say, yeah, that's true. But realistically, that's not the case. There's a lot of excellent police officers out there that love all people, that hang out, they play basketball, that grow up, they played sports. But the hard part about life is, if Donald Trump supports the military and says, look, we need a great police force, all of a sudden you have all these people, you're racist, and then they're defund the police. If you defund the police, who the hell are you going to call when those same people rob your house? So now you're defunding the police. That's great. How about we send the people? I'm not saying this on live TV or on live YouTube. I'm not saying anybody to go do anything. Let's make that be clear. Now, if somebody were to do that and send people to someone's house and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, defund the police, all of a sudden they're robbing your house or breaking into your house and you don't have, the security that you have right now, guess what? You're going to be calling the police. That's the first people you're going to call. So you could defund them if you want to, and you turn out and go, holy shit, I wish we didn't do that. We need to make sure that we have our military strong, make sure our police is strong, and make sure that we educate our police to be on the right track. We don't want any racism or any of that shit going on. We want people to be successful together. And I have the picture here that I wanted to pull up of the military. And I think I got it right here. Let me make sure I got this right. There it is. This is important to me for a lot of reasons. Now, these young men, okay, and young women that join the military at a young age, okay, they fight for our country, and some of them don't even know what they're getting themselves into. And when I say that, and why I mean that wholeheartely, because when you're in high school, they show up, right, and they have those little booths there where you can show up and you can say, hey, I'm going to sign up for the military and I'm going to go to the military. And they're young. I mean, these kids are 17 years old, 16 years old, telling them, hey, when I turn 18, I'm going to the military. It's awesome. I think it's awesome. The hardest part of the whole situation, okay, is simply that when you leave and you put that uniform on and you fly over to Afghanistan or you fly to all these other countries, places like Ukraine, and now we got a lot of stuff going on with Israel and all that. We'll get to it in a second. A lot of these people were signing up to do right for our country, and then you find yourself in real combat, and you're like, oh shit, this got real. Now they're trained. Our U.S. military is phenomenal. Let's just say that. Round of applause for our military right now, right? Round of applause. We have an excellent military. But here's the thing. They sign up at a young age. And when Donald Trump shakes all these hands like that, there's nothing better. There's no better image than seeing that. And I say that wholeheartedly, and I mean that for our military. And I believe Donald Trump is heavily focused on that. Now, here's a question. Protecting U.S. borders is a presidential victory. Now, in the live stream right now, if you agree, put a Y in the chat again. Protecting our borders Is this not the number one win for everybody? If Kamala Harris gets in, protect the borders. If Trump gets in, protect the borders. Is this not a win? This is a successful time and a successful victory for either president that gets in office or any president after that gets in there. This would be a victory for anybody that gets in there because our borders, right, obviously have been malfunctioning for a while, right? And I have some images here. And under the current leadership, we can say that, under the current leadership, it has not gotten any better, right? Like it's not getting any better. People are pouring into our country, and I make sure this be known on here right now. People are pouring into our country on a daily basis, okay? And when they're doing that, look at this. Like that wall, at least you're like, okay, that's going to be difficult. But they're pouring into different locations, and it's not like they can protect every piece of it all the time, right? It's a little difficult. But they're pouring into the nation, and it's a very scary thing. So what I want to say is if either president gets into the office, whether it's Trump, whether it's Kamala Harris, no matter who you pick, whoever gets into there, okay, I just want to say it will be a win to make sure that our border is protected. The question is, which president will do that? Okay, that's the biggest question I got. Which president will protect our border? If you're in the chat right now, which president will protect our border? Drop it in the chat right now. And I don't go on here and recruit people. I don't call people voting for Republican. I don't call people voting for Democrats. I come on the live stream and talk about this because I think it's important for our show. And I'm giving you an unbiased question. Which president will protect our border the most? And this isn't like an opinion that I have or an epiphany. This is just like when I'm sitting in my house and I'm hanging with my family enjoying it and I'm not the president. So the president that's in office, who is going to protect our border for our country to go, okay, we're on lock right now. Nobody's pouring in here. We're feeling pretty damn good right now, right? Like, would you say that it would be Trump? Would you say it would be Kamala Harris? Who's going to protect us so we can sit there and people are going to be like, life is good right now? Because if you go around the world and you literally fly around and you want to go to another country, you have an expiration time limit on when you can show up and you can leave. Okay? If you go out to another country and then you show up, they're like, oh, look, you got 60 days, you got 30 days, you got to go. The U.S. is like, hey, shit. Right now, they're showing up coming into the Texas right now or showing up anywhere. They pull up, they're giving them a cell phone. Now, let me be clear. I have not personally seen anybody give anything. But I will tell you this. There is some global conversation, worldly conversation, country conversation. So let me be clear again. I have never seen anybody give anybody anything. But this is what I'm told, and a lot of people are talking about this, okay? So you have someone shows up from another country and just pulls in. Now, if you're a great person, you came in legally, awesome. You're a great person, love to have you here. If you're a great family man, you have great kids, would love to have you over for a barbecue. That's wonderful. But if we don't know anything about you and you show up and you pour in, that's a problem, right? That's a problem. So this is what I'm saying. If they pull up and they show up and come into our country, right now, something's not being protected. Right or wrong, right? I'm just saying Trump wanted to build a wall. A bigger system said build the wall for a lot of reasons. And then other people are like, no, we don't want to build a wall. That's a hard thing to understand if you're voting for Kamala Harris and you're saying she's going to protect the border. Maybe you know something I don't. Again, this is completely unbiased. If you think Kamala Harris is going to protect the border, then put in the chat why. Yes, she's going to. Put in the chat why. Educate people. Let us know why she is going to do that. If Trump is going to do that, educate people. Why is Trump going to do that? Because I can tell you right now that Kamala Harris has been in office for 4 years. Do you think that we're protected right now? I'm asking you guys a question. Do you think our borders are protected right now? Yes or no? Kamala Harris is in office. If the border is wide open right now for people to pour in, I would say the answer to that question would be no. If Trump was in office right now, and just so you guys know why this is so unbiased, again, if you're just joining us, I'm bi race, white and black, so I don't really care. I'm telling you right now, all the white people, black people, Spanish people, lovely people around the world, if you live in this U.S., you came in legally and you're a great person, we love you, and you should be here. If you came in illegally, then we need to make sure that you're here doing the right things and you're not doing some illegal, crazy shit. And you know, Even Venezuela, there's has some stuff going on right now. Venezuela pouring into certain people's houses, taking over people's homes. How did all those people get here illegally? Where did they come from? Where did they come from? That's called unprotected borders. If Trump was in office right now, let me be clear. If Trump was in office right this very second, and people were pouring into the border right now, and they were giving them cell phones and places to stay and housing them in New York and transporting them all over the world, I would say Donald Trump has got to go. We're not on here saying Donald Trump is the greatest person in the world. We're saying some of these policies where he wants to build safety, stability, and protect our borders, that's important. For me, my family, my friends, my Mason mobsters, we gotta add those people, right? For us to be safe, we have to protect our borders. If Kamala Harris has been there for 4 years and it's not protected, then Kamala Harris is not getting it done. That's the answer. It's not because I think so. It's not because I don't like Kamala Harris. It's because she's in there. It's not being done. That's the answer. If Trump was in, last time I'm going to say this, if Trump was in office right now and the people were pouring in the border, I'd be like, he's got to go. He's not protecting our border. This has nothing to do with race, color, Democrat or Republican. I don't give a shit what you are. If you're in office and you're Republican, you're not treating us safe, then I'm not a fan of you, right? Want to make that clear. Now, moving forward to the next piece of the pie here for a second. Could Kamala Harris fix the inflation issue? Right? Because we have to talk about this for a second because she has the opportunity to get in. Trump, we were what? 2.9 interest rate. Excuse me. I apologize here. Sip my coffee for a second. I apologize here. I'm taking a sip of this coffee right now. While I'm taking a sip of this coffee, drop the USA in the chat. And again, put Trump or Harris in there so we know who you got. Now, could Kamala Harris fix the inflation issue? The reason I'm asking that question right now is because if she gets in, inflation has come in since she's been in. Everything that you buy at the stores, the grocery stores, gas prices, everything has gone up. Interest rates have gone up. My house that I got under Donald Trump, thank you, Trump, for these reasons why. And again, if it was Kamala Harris, I'd be thanking Kamala Harris. I want to make sure that I'm giving you unbiased information. If it was Kamala Harris in office when I bought my house and it was 2.9 interest rate, I'd be thanking Kamala Harris right now. She wasn't in. It was Donald Trump. That's the answer. Because she was in, at this point for the last 4 years with Biden, of course, interest rates through the roof. I bought another condo, 8%. I bought my house at 2.9. Think about that for a second. 2.9, 8%. Shit went crazy. Publix, Walmart, where you shop at? Stop and Shop, Piggly Wigglies. I'm naming everything I can think of. Milam's. What do you guys shop? Wegmans. Drop in the chat where you guys shop right now. If you guys shop at a certain big time grocery store, put it in the chat right now. And I want to know, are your prices through the roof now compared to where they were before? Right? If you shop right now at a grocery store and you're getting a loaf of bread, and the shit is like $3 instead of $1 or $4 instead of $2 or $5. We're talking double, triple prices here. If you put peanut butter and jelly in the car and you got to sweat to pay for the shit has gone up, right? So the question is, and I'm asking you, could Kamala Harris fix inflation? If yes, put it in the chat and tell us why. Maybe you're going to educate us right now. I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking Kamala Harris. I'm not knocking either of them. I want you just to educate us all together. And people that will watch this live stream right now, I appreciate you. And people that watch this live stream after, because we're expanding our show. We got big time sponsors coming. I'm telling you right now, when the season rolls in here, the NFL season, you are going to see a lot of shit changes in here, a lot of different designs. I appreciate that. You guys make this possible. I just want to know what you guys think so I can get a clear understanding of why. If you think Trump will fix it, put it in there why. If you think Kamala Harris will fix it, put it in there why. Not knocking Kamala Harris. I want to know what you guys think. That's a piece of the pie that I want to go into. And then, who will win the 2024 election? Right? That's what leads us right now to this piece right now. We have a couple of things to talk about. And why we have to talk about this piece of the pie. I'll get to in a second with the wars going on. Donald Trump got up there and he said, when I get in office, the wars are going to end. He made it very clear. When I get in office, the wars are going to end. And I believe it. I think Donald Trump is going to get in there and he's going to call Putin on the phone. I'm not lying. I really believe that. Now, do I think other people could feel threatened? Yes. Could it cause other issues? Possibly, right? Like, I'm not knocking that. If Trump gets in office, right, if he happens to get in office, shit can go north, can go south. But I can tell you this. I want someone in my corner that's going to fight like this. I want someone in my corner who's going to step up. You want your father to step up and go, I got your back, right? You want this image right here has stuck with my body ever since this shit happened. The question is, how did it even happen in the first place? How did he even get shot at in the first place? Was security out there? I'm telling you right now, I was severely let down by all those people that were out there. I was born in Pennsylvania. I only lived there for like a year, moved over to New Jersey. I lived there my whole life. So just so you guys know, from the Northeast, I live in Miami, Florida, but I'm from the Northeast. And I will tell you this, being from up there, there's a lot of great people. A lot of great people that probably voted for Biden, a lot of great people that voted for Trump. A lot of great people that want to come together for the right reasons and just haven't done that yet. And our country is divided between Republicans and Democrats, and it's just the way that it is, right? And it's hard because everybody's like, who are you voting for? I'm on this side. Well, I hate you. I hate you. That's not like that whole Republican Democrat situation that they have going on in general for whatever X amount of time, to me is just, I'll be honest, I think it's kind of bullshit. Why? Because all you did was set up a fight. You set up a North versus South. You set up an East versus West. You set up a, for the lack of the better term, a white versus black. You set up whatever you want to call it, to make it to where I'm over here, you're over here, we're at war. And it's hard because you don't want people to go through that whole situation. You don't want your kids to grow up in that situation. Be like, I'm a Republican. Well, my neighbor's a Democrat. I don't like him. You didn't even meet him yet. Like like he pulls up, he puts his flag up. You're like, oh, he's a Trump lover. Like immediately people like, you ever notice that? Someone puts an American flag out there, you're like, oh, Donald Trump. That to me is enough to be like, well, the person's for the country. Donald Trump. Why would you hate that? He puts the flag out front. A lot of Republicans hang that American flag. And I'm saying this completely unbiased. There are Democrats that hang the American flag. And if you're a Democrat and you put the American flag out there, hey, awesome. I'm not knocking that. I'm telling you my life experiences. I'm telling you unbiased how I'm feeling of how life is, where life is going, and what makes the most sense. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm not knocking anybody. Here's my quote unquote question. Why is it that when someone hangs an American flag out there, you're like, oh, here's a Trump supporter? That is a American flag supporter, and that's a great thing. I think most people should be like, he hung his American flag out there. He's for the U.S. He's going to protect the U.S. Now, if they're taking the flag down, that's a problem, right? Like, we need you to protect us. Like, so my question is, why do people get out there and then get mad at people hanging the American flag? Like, that is crazy to me. That is outright crazy to me. And I think people out there hanging that flag should be excited about it. That's number one. So what we get down to right now is who will win the election and why? And here's what I want to say. It comes down to, I honestly believe this, the safety of our country, right? And when I talk about Trump today with the military, this is a Russian warship, okay, that is moving toward Cuba and is in Cuba. Why do they have all these warships pulling into Cuba, which is down the road from Miami? Well, across the water, I should say down the water, but a Russian warship, okay? We have, now here's what I want to tell you. Trump said when he gets in office, the war is over. He's going to make some calls and go, look, we're working together. We got business going on. He made it very clear. He goes, oh, you want to do that? All right, we're not doing that anymore. You got that? Okay, we're not sending shit to your country anymore. You want that? We're not buying from you. You're cut off. We're not doing that. And all of a sudden, hey, no, we want to fix this. Okay, yeah, we need to fix that situation. We want to work together. That's the goal, right? The goal is to bring all the countries together. Like the Olympics, right? Olympics, call it what the hell you want. I'm just telling you right now, living in Miami, Olympics, I don't even know. I'm just calling like it is, right? Little commie there. Yeah, look, I love my Spanish people, but sometimes some of these words roll off the tongue, and I start saying this shit too. I'm like, Olympics or Olympics, right? Let's just call it like it is. All love to the Spanish people down in Miami. Had a great experience so far down here. So let's now do this. As I move forward here, we got Alaska and Russia. Look how close it's together. Look at this shit. They are so close together, okay? Now, I think it's so important for our country, whoever gets in, to be focused on our military and protecting our borders. There it is right there. And here's what I can tell you. Why Russia and China have to be careful is this. Because the U.S. has an airstrike system, the Air Force, second to none in the world, with the best people, the best fighter pilots, the best fighter jets, with all these freaking opportunities. Listen, I went through yesterday. I was watching this shit. I was up late last night, and I was like, holy shit, the U.S. is powerful, right? I'm like, we just need the right leader in office, right? If it's Kamala Harris, get out there and protect us. If it's Donald Trump, get out there and protect us. Don't get out there and try to, well, because we're the U.S., we're going to hire a white person and a black person and a Spanish person and a transgender person and a blind person and a person with no legs, and just to say we did it. That doesn't do anything. Hire someone that is well qualified. If that person has all these disabilities and they're most qualified, put them in there, baby. Let's rock and roll. If they don't, you can't put them in there, right? Like, that's what it's got to be. Right now in the chat, drop that USA freaking, look, USA chants again. I'll lead that shit, USA. I'm putting it right now. A lot of people right now coming in here. We got Harris supporters. We got Trump supporters. You see it going in there. This is completely unbiased. Put USA out there right now. Drop the flags in the chat right now. Everybody that's in there. If you haven't picked who you'd pick right now, Trump, Harris, drop it out there right now. And hit that like button. If you're going to vote this year, hit that like button right now if you're going to vote this year. If you're not, put in the chat why. But I'm dropping those flags out there. I'm putting USA chants in there. This is the most important time for our life and our election and our future, for our kids to grow up and understand what's going on. But some of this is going on, and he said he's going to end the war. Remember, during the current leadership, Russia versus Ukraine is going bananas. We got Israel, we got Ahmed, they're going crazy. People are losing their mind during this presidential situation. And all I'm saying is, if Trump was in office, do you think he would step in and say, look, Putin, Zelensky, look, this shit's ruining our shit. We got to fix this right now. We got to fix this right now. We have to figure out the problem and the situation of what's going on. But and then here's the other thing, too. I want to talk about this, too. Under the current leadership, right, and things that are going on, right, and I'm not knocking anybody what they choose to do, but we got shit like this going on in the Olympics. Right? These are global leaders. Obviously, this is over in Paris. Not blaming this on the U.S. I'm not blaming this on Biden or Kamala Harris. But these are the kind of things that are going on in our world right now. Right? These are the kind of things going on in our world right now. And then we have men, transgenders, obviously into women, beating up on women. So if you're a woman right now and you're voting, I think you should think about this for a second. Look at this man on the left, transgender to a woman, and then celebrates it and says, got my W. You just beat a girl. Bro, you just beat a girl. Like, you legit just beat a girl. And we're going to do a whole system on this. Like, you just beat a girl. That's what you just did. And you're out there celebrating, beat the brakes off this girl. And this girl has never, she said, I've never been punched like this in my life. Yeah, because you got punched by a man. You got punched by a man, and that's a shitty situation. Because, look, if you want to transgender into a woman or a man, whatever, that's great. Do that. Do what makes you happy. Go do that shit. Be happy. But the problem is, if you're going to do that, don't go then fight against other women. If you want to become a man, great. You want to become a woman? Awesome. But be what you are. Like, go ahead, go do it. But still fight men. Like, you were born a man, so go fight men. And then all of a sudden, you're going to go, holy shit, I got my head knocked off. Yeah, because you fought someone that's a man like you, right? That's the problem. Things like this. And when the Olympics is going on, these rings stand for some amazing things across our world. All these unions and nations and everything coming together. We're supposed to be one and unified and all that. So, all I'm saying is, if we're going to go through all this craziness and all this global nonsense and wars and all that, if you're in the chat right now and you came in here and you said you wanted to vote for Harris, then my question is not to throw shade at all. My question is to ask you, how could you vote for her if she's been there for 4 years and our world is so unsafe? Our borders are so unsafe. Our kids are learning some crazy shit in school that my kids will never go to school to learn. If I hear that shit, I tell the teachers immediately, are you teaching this shit in school? No. Cool. Good school. Why? I don't need you to teach my kids what to like, who to like, how to like them, and if you want to be something else, and hey, how are you feeling today? Do you want to be this? No, they are this. Like when I show up right now and I'm on TV doing this, I'm building this brand, building this because I'm giving you honest feedback and honest conversation. I'm giving you the feeling of like my unbiased reasoning. This isn't to persuade you to pick. This is what I'm seeing happening that I'm bringing to light for people to understand. If Trump did something crazy, I would come on here and tell you Trump did something crazy. What I'm seeing right now is a man that's standing up there that's doing this, that got shot. That's like, I want our country back. Because right now, I got to tell you, as an honest feeling, even like forget politics for a second, forget the president for a second. This is the first time in my life where I walk past my front door, and I'll be honest, I have a very nice house. Been happy to have that. Been working my ass off. No one gave me shit. I'll be completely honest with you. I had 2 great parents that helped me grow up, go to school, play football in college. They helped me have a great life as a young kid and a great life through high school. That's all they needed to do for me, and I've been blessed to have that opportunity. After that, going to work, no one gave me shit. No one's giving you handouts. No one's giving you jobs. No one's helping you make money. No, it is now time for you to shine and do your own thing, right? This is the first time where I busted my ass of a beautiful house. I walk past my front door and I go, we got to make sure our door is really secure. Like, my house has a lot of alarm systems. We are set. We have weapons. We have ammunition. Like, we are good here. But it's the first time in forever where I walk past my front door and I look at my kids, I go, God bless our kids, man. We got to protect them because we don't know who the hell's coming into this goddamn border right now. We don't know who they're letting in. We don't know why they're letting them in. And all I can tell you is this, let's be clear again, whoever is in office right now, they're the ones to blame for letting people coming through the border. If it was Republicans in office, you're letting all these people in, it's on the Republicans. And it would be Donald Trump if he was in. Because it's Democrats in right now, and they're pouring in with herds of people, more than ever, showing up everywhere, illegal, pouring in, come on in, we'll do this, we'll do that. Again, allegedly, we'll give you money, we'll give you a cell phone, we'll put you a place to stay. They're busting them around. And I have video evidence of people showing up in New Jersey at certain hotels, pulling up, dropping people off. So this shit is really happening. Like, this isn't bullshit. This is really happening. If you're in here right now and you agree with me, put a Y in the chat right now. If you don't agree with me, put an N in the chat right now. Literally, don't freaking hold back. Put a Y in the chat right now. Put an N in the chat. Are they giving these illegal people money, phones and shit, and bringing them into the country and messing up our country? I want to know what you guys think about that, because other countries, that shit doesn't work like that. You can't go there. For them to be pissed off that they can't walk in here, we can't walk in your shit either. We can't walk in any other country. Why? Because they're protecting their shit, and that's what we should be doing. And that's why when Kamala Harris is in office right now and Joe Biden's in office right now, if they're not going to protect the border, how about those people crossing the border show up at their backyard? And I'm not saying they should do that. I'm not telling anybody to do that. I'm being very clear. I am not telling anybody to do that. I'm just asking a question. Hypothetically, what if they crossed the border and they went to their house? They'd be like, oh, fuck, we got 25, and I'm not using anybody's culture as a problem. I have a lot of friends, Venezuelans, great people, Cubans, great people. I'm only using that because people that are crossing the border, Russia, China, whatever. Imagine they show up at their door. They're going to be like, oh, fuck. I know that we let all these people come in here, but now they're in my backyard. They're coming in, making my life unsafe. Then it's a problem, right? Then all of a sudden, shit, they got a big issue. And now people start opening their eyes like, okay, we can't do this shit anymore. This isn't rock and roll. If you're watching this right now and you agree with me, hit that like button right now. If you're watching this right now live and you're voting this year, hit that like button. If you got Trump, you got Harris, you're voting, hit that like button. Do not let up on that right now. And I'm putting the American flag back in the chat. Put USA in there if you guys agree. But anyway, long story short, I want to get on here and because look, this is part of our world. This is part of what's going on. I'm sports and entertainment every day. You guys know that. I'm every day every freaking day, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. And then for the play-by-plays, we're rocking and rolling for the games. Thursday, we got an Eagles game, right? We're live on here for the Eagles game. I stay here for 3-4 hours hanging out with you guys for the watch party. Tracy, I know you're freaking excited about that. The Eagles game coming up. I know you're, Uncle Raj, I know you're excited about that. If you're an Eagles fan, put it in the chat. And you know what? All I'm saying right now is I want to have a good time with you guys and enjoy great things together. And I'm just saying this is a piece of the pie that we just have to talk about. I would love to get on here and say the election is over. No matter who's in office, they're protecting us. Life is good. Like that would be the ultimate situation. But I got to tell you, one of these presidents is going to protect our border more than the other. And I just wish that they both would have the same thing in mind, especially when they debate. When you get up there, are you going to protect our borders? Yes, I am. How? Do this. Okay, great. I might not like your other policies, but we're off to a good start here, right? How about you? Yep, I'm going to protect our border too. How are you going to do it? Like this. Great. We're off to a good start right now. I might not like some other things, but hey, we're moving in a safety direction for our kids, for our future, for our families. That's so important. And I want to say thank you to all you guys that are watching right now. And before we sign off today, what I want to tell you is, remember, when we sign off, upload, let it refresh, go back and leave a message on the video. We need to let this video get out there. To do that, as soon as I sign off, you need to get out and then upload that again, refresh it. But if you guys got anything to say right now, if you have Lions fans, if you guys have anything to say right now, I'm going to give you guys a chance to put it on the screen right this very second right now. So if you're watching this live right now and you got something to say right now, all you got to do right this very second, let me see if I got it on here for you guys. I do. Let me see. Right now, hashtag in the chat right now. Put hashtag Trump or hashtag Harris or just put hashtag and put your message on the screen. And I'm going to pull it up on the screen right now. Make sure you guys got it rocking and rolling. Let me see if it's pulling up for us here. Yep, I see some messages that are popping up on my screen. Let me see if we got it on here. Yes. So look, hashtag right now. Let me see if I got this right here pulled up. Let me see if I can pull. There we go. There we go. There we go. View these messages here. There we go. All right. Hashtag right now in the chat. Put what you guys want to say on the live stream right now. I'm going to pull it up on the screen right now. Your message will come up on the screen. You guys got anything, guys, you want to say right now? You guys want anything to say right now? Hurry up. Right now is the time to shine. For the next minute, anybody has anything to say, you put hashtag in front of your message. I click on it and it will pop up on the screen. Who we got to say right here? We got Kevin. He said hashtag Trump. Let me see. Let me just pull it up on there because, right? Let me just pull it up on here because Trump. Okay. At least people know what's going on here. Hashtag what we got right now. Everybody that wants to say something right now, drop a hashtag in the bar right there. Let me see what Annie has to say. Annie, appreciate you. Thank you. Good show today, B. Thank you, Annie. I appreciate that. I greatly appreciate that. Anybody else have anything to say right now? Let me see what else is going on right now. Put a hashtag in front of your message, and if you put a hashtag and leave a message, leave an actual message on here right now, and I will put it up on the screen. And you can say what you got to say. We can talk about it for a second. Doesn't matter what it's about. I'll pull it up right now. Trump, he doesn't have to pay influencer for support. Is that true? Do you guys agree with that? Do you guys agree that Trump does not have to pay influencers and people like Kamala Harris have to pay influencers to get their point across? You guys agree with that in the chat right now? Is this true? Is this part of the deal right now? Let me see what else is going on. Let me see what else you guys got to say. I appreciate that. Let me see what else is going on. Great show as usual. Kevin, thank you. Great show as usual. I appreciate that. Tracy, great show as usual. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Let me see what else is going on here. Leave a message. Don't just put the president. Leave a message on there. If you got something to say, I don't care if it's about Kamala Harris or if it's about Trump. Just put hashtag and put a message on there. Demo Cabaret. I see corn the long way. Oh, we got to be careful what's going on here on the live stream. Okay, what else is going on here? Mile High came into the building. We got to, hey, look, we already know Mile High. We got to give Mile High his props right here. Smoke weed every day. You know, we got that from Mile High. CD is going to get paid for a CD Lamb. Okay, what else we got going on right here? Anybody else have anything else to say on here? Put hashtag in the chat right now and get those USA flags in there. Guys, don't forget to drop the USA flags in there. He put CD is going to get. Let's see what happened right here. Another message on here. Coming in loud right now from, who is this from? MJW, what's going on? Good morning. He says here, if Harris wants your vote, he says, prove her leadership. Still in office, get it done now. Stop gaslighting Americans. Is this right? You guys agree with this? Like, Harris is in office right now. There's one thing I got to agree with right here. Harris is in office right now. She's been here for 4 years, right? She has an opportunity to do it right now. She has an opportunity to do what she was saying for the last XYZ years. That's a true statement right now. That's a true statement right now. Anybody else has a message right now, drop it in the chat right now. Drop it in the chat right now. Who else we got here? Let me scroll down a little bit, see if I missed anybody. Put a hashtag in front of your message if you want it to pop up on the screen. It must have a hashtag, because with the hashtag, it pops up on the screen in front of me, and I can click on it and pull it up on the screen right now and see what you guys think. If that's all for today, and you guys don't have anything else to add, we're going to move forward and end today's show. And I appreciate you guys. You guys have made this freaking awesome. You guys have made this more than awesome. It's been entertaining. It's been fun. You guys are obviously supporting. I think we have some good conversation in the chat today. I think people are actually enjoying the conversation, right? And doing what we got to do to make things good, right? And make things happy in the chat. Drop those flags in there. Drop those freaking, drop the dice in there, man. We know we're out here. And look, whoever gets in office, hopefully we can fucking start building that money back up, right? Because a lot of people are so mad about inflation right now. We got to get it going. And then we have right here, let's see what Kevin said here on the screen. Did Kevin drop something in the chat again? Kevin said, Kamala is fake. He said he had to get that out there. Right, had to let people be known right now what he thinks about that situation, right? Anybody else got anything else to say? Chrome, what's up, brother? You got anything to say? Whatever you do, I see message. If you want to get it on the screen, put a hashtag in front of your message. We can get it out there right now. Before we get ready to end the show, I just want to say I appreciate you guys. You guys coming and hanging out with us, enjoying the morning show as we're expanding what we're doing, building and growing, and every single day we have a lot going on. Life is getting very, very good. Let me see right here what we got going on here. Mile High's in the building right now. Mile High, what you got for us right now? Let's read the message loud and clear on the screen. Live life with your heart. We will all be better off. You guys agree with that? I agree with that. In the chat right now, put a Y. Put a Y in the chat if you agree with Mile High Magic right here. Put a Y. Do you agree with that? Live life with your heart, and we will all be better off. Like, it isn't about anything else other than that, right? Like, live life to the fullest. Stop freaking gaslighting shit, right? Like, get it done for us in our country right now. Let me see right now. Okay, so we have one person on. Okay, so Risha's in the building. Risha is saying this for a second. And look, I'm not unbiased. I got to pull up on the screen. So Risha is saying right now, Trump is a convicted felon. Risha is saying Trump is a convicted felon. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? Like, he was a convicted felon. Do you think that that's not true? And do you think for a second, even if he was, and I want to add to that, Risha, I want to add to that for a second. I want to make sure that I actually approach that in the right way. Regardless of anything, and some of this can be true or not true, right? We have to see how this all works out, whether it actually found that he was actually guilty, right? Some things are being dropped, some things are being reversed. At the end of the day, we have to call a spade here. If you do things wrong, you do things wrong. If you do things right, you did things right. We have to call a spade. But here's my point. Do you think, Risha, I want to talk to you for a second. This is important because I know that you are a big Harris fan. Do you directly, and this is a question to you, and I love that you join our show, and I appreciate you. Do you think that you are safe with our borders right now? Because this is a question for you, and you know I'm straight to the point here. When you got Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in office for 4 years, our borders are completely unsafe right now, the worst they've ever been. Do you think they've done a great job doing what they've been doing? Like, do you think that they've been doing the right thing for our border? And this is just a question to you. If anybody has any messages right now you want to pull up on the screen, Risha gave her message. Anybody want to say something I can pull up on the screen right now? Pull it up. Put a hashtag in front of your message right now. Hurry up. If you want your message on the screen, put a hashtag in front of your message. A lot of people dropping it in there. I love to read it. I can't see it on the big screen if there's no hashtag in front of there, so I can't pull it up. My point is, our borders are so unsafe right now. If Trump was in office and the borders were unsafe, I'd say it was a Trump problem. But right now, Kamala Harris is in office. And obviously, Joe Biden was in office and still there. So our borders are so unsafe with the current people in office. So what I'm saying is, you can't knock somebody who's not in office. So that's the problem I got right now. That's the problem I got right now. I want safety for our nation. And I believe, this is my honest belief right now. Let me see. Okay, so Risha is saying I can't read her message on here because it just says something, I can't read it. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is the goal in mind for the next president must be safety for our borders, must be teaching our kids the right things in school. And I'm not knocking people that if you're gay, straight, or you're transgender, I'm not knocking you. Be what you want. And I've been saying this on here every day. I'm not knocking that. What I'm knocking is the safety of our borders and the safety for our children having their own opportunities to decide what they want to be, right? I think that's so important for people to understand that. And that is why a lot of people are moving toward Trump. That is why I just showed you a whole list of people that are changing their opinion and who they're picking. And right now, it's just not damn good. Like, it's just not good right now. We need a change right now. And if it's going to be Kamala Harris, she better get in office and do something different than what she's been doing for 4 years. Right? That's all I'm saying. If Kamala Harris gets in, if she's in right now, I don't want to wish her bad because she's in there. I need her to do good. If Trump gets in, I don't think anybody should wish him anything bad because you need him to do good. If you live in this damn country, then you better hope that whoever's in office does well, right? That's all I'm saying right now. And if I look at the people that are coming to this live stream right now, I greatly appreciate you joining our show. But remember, this is a sports and entertainment platform. We go live every day, Monday through Friday. Most of our stuff is sports, but entertainment. And when it comes to stuff like this, policies and things with the political culture, that's important for our nation. The biggest election yet. This is the biggest election yet. I'm telling you right now, who is going to be our next president? And I told you what stuck with me. Let me see. Let me pull something on here right now. Let me see what other people are saying. I read someone here says, cancel border bill, Trump my job. Okay, here we go. Let me see what else is going on. Anybody that's coming here right now, if you're leaving a message, I'm going back to our part. If you're in here right now, anybody here, Jared Hummer, love having you in here, brother. Love having you in here. Make sure you put a hashtag in front of your message because it will pop up on the screen right now. Any message that you put in the chat right now, copy and paste that message again and put a hashtag in front so I can pull it up on the screen. Must have a hashtag in front of it to pull it up on the screen, guys, just so you guys know. But we've been talking here this entire time, talking about the opportunities. And we're going to be live, just so you guys know, we're going to be live on Instagram. We're going to be live on Facebook. We're going to be live on Twitter. We're going to be live on TikTok. We're going to be live everywhere because everybody's going to start moving this and moving it all around. I think it's so important that people start to understand what we're doing. People have to start understanding what we're actually trying to do on this platform because it's very, very, very important to do that. So I just want to say, look, we had a lot of opportunities today. Every day we're live. 10 to 11 o'clock. We were 10 to 10:30. Now we're 10 to 11. I want you guys to understand that. I literally, this one thing sticks with me, and I got to tell you, this means a lot to me. And whether he gets in or not, I just want to tell you this for a second. Someone that gets shot on stage, and again, if this was Biden, I would have had respect for him too. And regardless if I love his policies or not, I would have had more respect for him. Because you have someone like this that gets up there and says, wow, I got shot on freaking, first off, on stage, national TV. Here's another picture here. You know, this is some crazy shit, how it even happened in the first place. I'm just not really sure. But more importantly, the image that I wanted to show and leave you guys with, and I think this is the most important piece of everything. Excuse me. This is the most important piece of everything is this right here. You better protect our military. And it means so much to me because they protect our lives on a daily basis, okay? They protect our lives on a daily basis. And without them, we wouldn't be shit. Like, let's be clear. Without them, we wouldn't be shit. Nothing. If they go to sleep, we're all going to sleep at that point because we got nothing to do. They learn everything. They know combat. They know everything. And we got another image here. Let me see something real quick. We got another person. We got another message on the screen that we need to bring up for sure. Let me take a look at it right now. Here we go right now. what we got going on. Let's read this message right here. Coming in live right now. Jared Hummer, what's going on, brother? Let's read it right now. If Trump doesn't get elected, there will be World War III and a civil war. You guys agree with that? Put in the chat right now. Put in the chat right now. Do you guys agree with that? If Trump doesn't get in office, is there going to be a World War III and we'll be in civil war? And I got to tell you something. It's heading that way right now, right? Like, let's be honest. It's heading that way right now. I hope it doesn't go that way. I hope everyone here is safe. The Mason mob, hope you guys are safe. I hope we continue growing. I hope that doesn't happen. But the truth is, if things don't change, we're heading that direction right now. If Trump gets in office, he did say he will end the war. He said, I'll get in there right now. Call Putin on the phone. When he was in office, we didn't have any wars. He made that very clear. They waited. These people waited. All of these people waited. That's legit true. And I pulled it up right here. They waited so long for when he got out immediately. And I got these other pictures right here. You know what's going on over there. You know what's going on with Zelensky. You know what's going on with Russia. You know what's going on with and their situations. He just went over there and said, we're taking Ukraine. Then you got China. They might try to do something. We just don't know what's going to happen, obviously, until he gets in or till she becomes president. But here's the main conversation right now. She's already in office. So if she's in office right now, we're not protected. She's in office and people are coming into our borders. She's in office and shit is not good. I'm just saying, if she was crushing it right now and we were good, interest rates were low, Publix, Stop and Shop, Costco, whatever, shit prices were down, the interest rates on houses, all these young people graduate from college, go to college, become something. The Democrats want you to go to college, trying to help you pay for college. If you do go to college and get out and get a job, you can't pay for shit. They're not going to give you $100,000 to start unless you're a goddamn doctor. So if you get out and you're making $30,000, $40,000 a year, which used to be good back in the day, $30,000, $40,000 a year, you get out working for a bank as a teller until you grow and you build. You can build a great life for yourself. Not today, because then you go get a house at 8-9% and your mortgage payment went from $2,000 to freaking $3,500 a month or whatever. In my case, I got a big ass house. If I bought it today, I wouldn't be able to afford the shit today. Literally, I got a big house in Miami, Florida. A lot of Republicans here. Florida is for Trump. I can tell you right now, you come to Florida. If you come to Florida, you come in this state, people are like Donald Trump, Mar-a-Lago. They will tell you everything about Donald Trump. And all the Spanish people that live in Florida, they're all Trump, Trump, Trump. I'm telling you, if you want to live in a place that's full of Trump supporters, you come to Florida. I'm telling you right now, this place is red. I'm just telling you right now, people here believe, obviously, free enterprise, all that. They want interest rates low. They want to enjoy their life. They want to wake up safe, right? That's all I'm saying right now. I'm giving you my honest opinion. I'm not coming on here unbiased. Being white and black, biracial, mixed parents. If you just joined us right now, hit that like button right now if you're going to vote this year. If you're voting this year, again, if you're just coming in, hit that like button right now. I want to see you guys hitting that like button if you're voting this year. And if you're not, put in the chat why you're not. And get that USA chant going before we exit today's show. Hit in the chat right now, USA, USA, USA. I want to see those chants in there right now because I don't give a damn. Whoever gets in office right now, whoever gets in there and whether they do great or don't, I want to see our country grow and do great freaking things, man. During the Olympics, if they didn't hate us before, those countries hate us now, boy. Gold, 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 silver, bronze. Like we are running around in the Olympics. And let me pull this picture up. We're running around the Olympics making people mad, right? Like, we're running around the Olympics pissing people off because you cannot stop. Let's not even go into other sports like basketball. It's not even a conversation, right? Like, the U.S. is phenomenal. And what I don't agree with, where if Trump gets in office, he's not going to let people like this go in there and beat up on women. This is just, I had to show this again because we have a whole show on this coming up this week on what they need to do about this. But then this man who turns into a woman, obviously transgender, no hard feelings about that, but going out there and then beating the shit up on a woman who says she never got punched hard in her life, and he celebrates about it. This just rubs me the wrong way. I'm sorry. I went through the whole list of all the celebrities looking toward voting for Trump. Obviously, Mike Tyson went through the whole thing. Kid Rock, Elon Musk, tons of images of all these new people popping up in there. And the last thing before I get off today, if you're not going to vote for Trump and you're voting for Harris and you're trying to explain why, what I want to tell you is this. Do not forget this. She has been in office this whole time. She has been in office this entire time, okay, with Joe. And with respect, Joe Biden, she's been in there the entire time. So before you get out there and, you know, and vote or whatever, just remember this. If you vote for Kamala Harris, you're going to get what you got right now. You're going to get what you got right now, right? That's the whole truth. You get what you got right now. If you vote for Trump, you're going to get a change of pace. And I believe, my honest opinion, I believe the country is going to be in a better situation, a much better situation. All love to you guys that have been joining me today. And I want to tell you something. We're live every day. If you're not subscribed to this platform, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. We have, for our sports entertainment, obviously, platform, we have live play-by-plays and games. We do sports every day live on this show. We have guests coming on this show you're going to love to see. The Mason Mob movement is real. Throw the dice in the chat right now. If you're in the Mason Mob, put the dice in the chat. That means you're part of the Mason Mob. And I can add, if you want to join the Mason Mob, actually, while you guys are here right now, I'm going to add that into the chat right now so you guys can do it. You guys can become part of the show and you actually get verified on our platform, because when there's thousands of people in here, like you guys know, during our sports entertainment, when we're doing our freaking whole show with the games and all that, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are pouring into our show that are hanging out, and you can go back and take a look at our other live casts during the games. I'm going to put in here, if you want to join the Mason Mob, I just dropped it in there right now into the live stream. I just put it right there, and I pinned it to the top. I would love for you guys to join. I'd appreciate that as we expand our platform. And remember, we're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, every freaking day right here on the live stream. And we do all the preseason games and all the week games. We got moving into NFL season. It's going to be phenomenal right here. I'm telling you, we stream it right here live while I'm talking on the side with the game going on live, audio coming through. I appreciate you guys. As we sign off for today and we leave this program, I just want to say I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys vote for the person you believe is going to help you, who's going to build our country the right way and try to put an end to all these wars and say, look, let's do good for our nation. And right now, as I sign off today, everybody drop USA in the chat. Get the flags in there one last time as I get ready to exit the show. Drop the USA flags in there. And remember, when I sign off, you're going to see the exit screen. The Brandon Mason Show is going to pop up on the screen right here in a second. Give it a minute. Let it refresh. About 15 seconds, it's going to cut off. Refresh and leave a message on this video. Whoever gives the best message on this video has a chance to spin the wheel right there. You spin the wheel on our show and you make money on our platform. We do it. A guy just won an Xbox on our live show the other day. We're sending it out to him and we give away money every freaking time during the games. Our next show is on Thursday. Subscribe to this platform. I promise you, you're going to enjoy what we're doing. I hope all you guys have a great rest of your day. Let me end this poll right now so you guys can see who actually was winning the poll and leading it right there. Trump is winning the poll in our live stream right now, winning what's going on. But I appreciate you guys. You guys make it great. You guys make this fun, and you guys help me build my dream, building a sports and entertainment platform. Thank you, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. And remember, Thursday, we have an Eagles game, play-by-play live on our show. See you guys soon. Until next time.
Brittany not, she get to hang out with Taylor Swift. And that, and it's like, Kayla, don't get on Brittany, because if Brittany says, you know what, I'm not going to hang out with Taylor Swift because I'm loyal to you. Now y'all both going to be sitting home watching a Taylor Swift documentary.